Hey, welcome everybody to my live stream today. Happy New Year. Hope it's a healthy and prosperous New Year for everybody. I want to welcome any new viewers and subscribers to my live stream. I see Wiley Heaton, aka Chris, is on here. Thank you for that super sticker. I think it's his first time attending the live stream. I'm outside. I don't know how long this is going to go because I'm working on my data. And I tell you, you can see the weather here. It's rainy, overcast, but it's nice, man. I like this type of weather. I know it's still the New Year's over there, so y'all probably still drinking, probably still watching um, football and everything like that. Hey, Jeffrey Chatter, Happy New Year, brother. Dwayne Fontaine, Happy New Year. Michael, Beat Your Life. Thanks to NTZ crew also for everything you do. I'm probably only going with the data I've got. I'm probably only going to be here for an hour, but I did want to check in with everybody. Hopefully, we'll have our internet pretty soon. Hey, DC born Rob, Erasing Borders. He said, I love the channel, bro. Thank you, man. Without you guys, man, there would be no channel. This is y'all's channel, really. Marlo North, Happy New Year. First of all, I just want to say that I always give the peso rate. This is crazy. It's 50.9995. You might as well say 51. In every math class, they're going to tell you to round that off to the nearest hundred. But that's always good, man. You know, and a lot of people, they were, when I posted that on my community page, they said, hey, I didn't get that from Remitly and Western Union and blah, blah, blah. You have to understand that their exchange rate is part of the charges for you using their service. So they charge you that $3.99 up front, but then they charge you a different exchange rate. I think it's like 48.89 right now with Zoom. I see John Wells is on here. Hey, John, did you get is your Wi-Fi back on? Because I don't know if you know how to use your phone, so you must be on your laptop. Also, you know, one of my subscribers, John Gomez, I consider him a friend now. He sent me some information about a Gwyneth Shore, you know, a privileged Filipina returning from overseas, staying in a fancy Makati hotel, paid her way out of quarantine to attend a party. She had COVID, Omicron, and infected 15 people. So y'all have her to thank for probably pushing the opening of the Philippines back some months. The police are investigating. And I told him, well, you know, you can take the Filipina out of the Philippines, but you can't take the Philippines out of the Filipina. She was bragging about her connections that allowed her to skip quarantine, man. It's serious. 15 people. And, you know, John Gomez made a great point. He said, I hope nobody dies from her stupidity, from her ignorance. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Hey, I love the Chine. He says, my wife just told me about that, Calvin. Yeah, it's really sad, man, to be honest with you. Man, we can't keep playing with this COVID. We'll never open. We're always going to be on some type of lockdown and wearing masks and all that old foolishness, man, because people are bigger than the rules, man. You can't be bigger than the rules. But yeah, look it up, guys. It's really bad. John said, no Wi-Fi. I learned how to hook my laptop to my wife's phone. I'm on her personal hotspot. Oh, okay, John. Yes, raining. I know you enjoying that weather, John. By the way, John, I stopped by your house yesterday to wish you a happy new year. You wasn't there. I figured you were probably in the village because we saw Janessa and her sister and I guess one of her cousins or something at Gaisano Mall. And I figured that's where you were. That was the day before. So I figured that's where you were. Hey, King Arthur. Nonchalant Travel said 15 could turn into over 1,000. Yeah, especially where she is. That's a great point. She's up in Makati, man. And you know it's very congested there. And this is going to not only push the opening back, but they're going to get super strict now. Even the hotel said it. But now, yeah, they're going to get super strict. I don't know, guys. You know, it's crazy. But that's what happens when a lot of people. Let's see. He says, Omicron hasn't killed one person. Yeah, well, it doesn't have to kill one person to keep these countries closed. See, that's not what it's about. Let's hope that nobody dies. But hell, it's sure keeping these countries from opening up and these restaurants and businesses and sure keeping people out of work, John Franks. So I wouldn't downplay it if I was you. Come over here and talk to some of these people who cannot go back to work because of these lockdowns and stuff. Yeah, he said they're using it to control us. Well, they don't need that. You already controlled. You got a social security number, don't you? You pay taxes, don't you? You follow the law, don't you? Yeah, they control us already. Okay. Hey, DC born Rob said, Red Gown Rob. I thought I recognized that name. I think he's over in Colombia or Brazil or South America somewhere. He said, Red Gown Rob said, DC born Rob got a great channel. Check him out. I check him out all the time, as a matter of fact. Hey, Bud Madge, thank you for the super sticker, man. Happy New Year. Yeah, I thought that DC born Rob sounded familiar. I watched a couple of his videos. He was in Colombia, Medellin. You know, my favorite part of Colombia is, well, really the only place I've ever been there was Cartagena. Hey, Jacob Tanjay, welcome. Hey, Ennis Montgomery, thanks for that super chat. He said, hey, brother Calvin, proud of your 25,000. A little something for the channel. Keep us proud. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. Without you guys, man, there would be no 25,000. I promise you, man. And, you know, I say it all the time. I'm just a regular Joe, and a lot of what I'm feeling, you guys can relate to, man. That hamster wheel, that rat race. I want something better, man. I'm in the third quarter of my life. You know, punching the clock ain't going to get it for me right now. But if you're out there punching the clock, man, shout out to you, man. I'm not putting that down. But I know you would rather be over here, some of these beautiful women, man, drinking coconut juice and eating lechon every damn day. My wife, well, my girlfriend, she made some, you know, they'll eat every bit of that lechon. Only thing left is the bone. She made some, I forgot what you call it, but it was delicious. They take the meat, they put vinegar, sugar, and different things in it. It's delicious, man. Hey, John Gomez, he said, Jacob Tanjay, everything's good. How about you, brother? Hey, they got some crazy, I wanted to talk about some of the traditions. The only ones I can remember with being in America was, I know my mother used to cook black-eyed peas all the time. And I think we ate cabbage. But I don't remember nothing else. Now over here, like right now on my table, she's got 12 eggs in a circle on a bed of rice. Then she's got money tied up in ribbons and then coins around it, then chocolate coins. That's for good luck. And of course, they got the 13 different fruits on the plate. They got a bunch of stuff over here. Doug Carr said, this is the reason I did not plan on returning to 2024. Hopefully, things will be a lot better by then. I'll be heading to see my daughter and grandchildren in the UK. Yeah. That's a good plan. Yeah, well, this lady, I'm gonna tell you, she's pushed the opening back a long way. And I tell you what, she's lucky if they don't prosecute her, man. They got the quarantine for a reason. They said the police are investigating, and that's crazy, man. To be honest with you, um, one of my subscribers sent me an email. He said he's excited. He met his Filipina, um, and they've been chatting for 5 months. He asked me, what's some things he can do now to get ready for his trip. I always say this, and plus it's a new year. Make an appointment to see your primary care doctor. Get a checkup, guys. Make sure you're healthy when you get over here, man, because I did a video on it. It's called, Filipinos are widow makers. A lot of guys have come over here thinking that they're in good shape, thinking they can handle the Filipina, and they went back in body bags, or even worse, they didn't have money to give back, so they went ahead and cooked them and spread their ashes in the streets. John Gomez said, how about the 12 fruits or 15? I don't know. Yeah, it's 13, John, over here that they do over here in the Philippines. Colin B says, I hope they lock her ass up. I think they will, man. I mean, this is an embarrassment on the country. The Philippines have made great progress in COVID. They went from the bottom. Now they're like, they leapfrogged like 53 other countries, because the numbers were down, but now they're way up again. Maurice Holmes says, I was wanting to see my girlfriend there. Yeah, you will, but I think she's pushed it back. Just the BLO2 says Omicron will infect almost everyone, but kill very few. This will give us the herd immunity to get back to real life. Yeah, I'm glad. I hope. Especially for the people who over here who are out of work, man. It's a lot of people out of work. See, Filipinos, they're very conservative. They moved their herd immunity from 70% to 90%. Now they're trying to get 100%. It just goes to show you. Hey, Vincent says, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody. If you just joined us, the exchange rate is, I was going to say 51. They've got 50.9995. I think that's a joke. I do have some good news. I'm going back to visit my son. I've got a email from his mother. She says if you watch that video, Reunited, where I go up there and I do the video on seeing my son for the first time in 4 years, you see those little houses, those little huts that her brothers and sisters live in, where they've been destroyed. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to build 4 $1,000 houses up in the mountains to replace the homes that were destroyed during the typhoon. I'm waiting word now on whether or not they're going to donate the labor. And you say, 1,000 ain't a lot. Yeah, if you look at that video, I will guarantee you that not one house up there outside of the house she built for the family, they probably didn't spend $100. Probably. So we're gonna rebuild all those 4 little structures. $1,000. That's going to give them a nice place to live. It's going to be hollow block. No more of those bamboo and sticks and all of that. With a roof and everything. And that's a lot of money up there, guys. I promise you. But I've decided to do it. The typhoon, destroyed everything. And those are my son's uncles and aunties. That's his family. So, he lives in that nice house that his mother built. But yeah, she said she can't afford anything. She did send them a bag of rice each. But, it's better than nothing. Hey, Terry Barnes, he said, so good to see you live again. Thank you, man. Yeah, I'm on my data today. Since it's the new year, I decided to go ahead and do a live stream. I just wanted to wish everybody a happy new year. Hey, Jason Kincaid, thanks for that super chat. He says, keep living your dream, Calvin. I am, man. You know, thank you, brother. And thanks for all your suggestions, man. And this guy's giving me so much good information about my channel because I'm really green at this stuff, man. I just get behind the camera and talk to people. That's all I do. But he's giving me some great information. Jason Flint, Bobby G, these tech guys, Michael, Beecher Life, they know a lot about this stuff. But yeah, I did that video about real life is better than fantasy to give people hope, man. It wasn't bragging. I'm just telling you, you can ask John. He'll tell you everything I said on there is real life for me. Because people said all your videos have been negative, but I don't see it. It's just real life. I looked at the videos I made. What do you mean they're negative? Because I tell a man that there's no exception to the rule. By the way, you, it's faithful play over here. Her initial attraction to you is finances, and your initial attraction to her is her pussy. Let's just be honest, guys. I mean, you know, we're grown adults. Most of the people on my channel are 45 and up. And if you don't believe what I'm saying, here's what I want you to do. It's just simple. When you get over here, or if you're over here already, find the nicest, most accommodating Filipino man and hang out with him for one day. And you're going to find out you have nothing in common with him. Very little in common. You're going to feel awkward. And this is the same guy who has everything in common with the Filipino woman. You're gonna learn that the only thing you got, the only difference between her and him, they eat the same foods, they got the same culture, the same traditions, the same religion, everything. She's got a pussy and he don't. Hey, Derek Casanavas, thanks for the super chat. He said we need a new name for Magnum John. Shall it be the 22P shooter? He's moonshine, man. John likes that moonshine shoulder. But yeah, guys, don't get mad at that. I mean, that's so elementary, guys, about that. And we don't want to beat a horse, but for the new guys who think that, you know, these women really love you, initially they don't, but eventually they will. I asked my Filipino girlfriend, I said, what do you like about me the most? And she said, other than, you know, what you do for me and my children, she gives me the nitty gritty. Guess what she said? My humor. I said, you don't, what about my 4.5-inch clit splitter? She laughed at that. Hey, Rock TV, thanks for that super chat, man. If you don't believe me, I'm getting ready to mention you, Rock. Thanks for that super chat. He says, what's up, brother? He said, what's up, brother? Happy 2022. I'm headed down to Sapalite today into Tuesday. Oh, okay, Sapaway. Okay. He said, I might run up to San Carlos for a day trip on January 5th. Are you going to Sapalite? Oh, okay. Yeah, you're going to Sapalite. You're closer. Yeah, you're a lot closer. Enjoy it, man. I wanted to congratulate you, Rock, by the way. He's getting ready to break ground on his beautiful home. Him and his girlfriend, him and his wife and family are building up in the mountains in Don Salvador Mountains. By the way, Rock Engineering is the builder for that. But yeah, congratulations, man. You should be commended on your charity work you do here. You don't just talk the talk, Rock. You walk the walk, man. And I'm proud. He's asked me to be the godfather to his son. That ceremony is January the 8th. And man, I'm proud of that, man, because they don't play over here with that godfather and stuff over here. I told him, I said, man, make sure you check with your wife because, you know, I don't want to get mad at me. He said, man, I wear the pants in my house. See, me and him, that's why we get along so well. Hey, thanks, John Gomez, for that super chat. He said, building material help. Yeah, thanks, man. I'm going to do it. Those are his aunties and uncles. He goes around there. And if you don't, hey, Michael, Beat Your Life, if you could put that video up there, the link to that video, Reunited, I'd appreciate it, because I want y'all to see the houses they were living in before. And you say, well, why didn't you do it before? Because they were happy, man. You know, people have dignity over here. If they don't have nothing else, they have that. And you don't want to take that. I don't want to show up as the big fancy, smancy foreigner and rebuilds their houses for them. You know, you don't want to do that. So now I can go in there and rebuild them because the typhoon just wiped it all out. And I'm gonna do a video up there first to show y'all what he did. Yeah, it's $1,000, man, because some guy said, oh, one time when I said, you probably sent your woman more money than her house costs to build. And he said, oh, you're putting the Filipinos down. No, I'm not. I'm telling you what I'm seeing, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing. That's the nitty gritty, brother. Most of the women, people over here that you're going to deal with over here, $1,000 will build their house. Yeah. And those houses up there, I guarantee you, not $100 was spent building them. Hey, Tori Mackey said, hey, Calvin, love that you living your best life. You always are going to have haters. Yeah. And that's a shame, man, that people, you know, we're grown men. And it's a damn shame that I'm not going to waste my precious time, because that's the most valuable commodity I've got is my time roaming around the internet bashing people. Hey, Cliff and Rude, what's going on? John Gomez said, Cliff and Rude can sing Reunited for you, Calvin. That would be nice. Yeah, we got good weather today, guys. I mean, you know, if you like that kind of weather. I like hot weather because I like going to the beach over here. A guy asked me what do I have any New Year's resolutions. I don't make resolutions, man. I try to live my best life every single day. Nobody's perfect. You know, you go up, you go down. Some of us stay in the middle, but I don't do the resolutions, man. I just set, you know, some worthy goals and, you know, and just go after them. Remember, the weight of the world's been lifted for me, man. I'm flying over here. People think I'm joking about that, but it's true. You know, one guy says, did the rules change? He asked me. He said, because foreigners can't own property or land over there. Are you a Filipino citizen? He was implying, you know, that I don't own that house. Well, first of all, we can own property over here. We can't own land technically. But here's what I wrote, and I'm going to read it because I don't want to miss anything. I don't want him to miss anything. I didn't build our house to own it. I built it so we can have a place of our own. Despite the laws, everyone here knows it was my hard-earned money that built that house. I have nothing to prove. It was a lifelong dream. Now it's on to other goals. See, my thinking has changed, man. I didn't build that house to own it. I'm not even that petty anymore. You know, now, would I be worried about it if I spent 5 or 10 million pesos? Yeah, but I didn't. I spent 1 million pesos, and hey, I'm sorry. If you want to bash me over the head for building that house, man, my whole thinking has changed. My whole life has changed. I have a new outlook today. You know, owning stuff and material stuff, it don't mean nothing to me, man. Uh, hey, Cliff and Ruth, thanks for that super chat. He said, Calvin, I had to give you props about the house information. We start our build on the 18th, and electric is the first to go in. Yeah, Cliff, and I would say do a video every single day of that. People like to see that stuff, man. They like to see people prospering over here. They can live vicariously through you. Frank Tate said, Calvin is right. These women love a man who is a money maker. What woman doesn't? Yeah. I mean, but for some reason, uh, people get angry when you tell them um, that the Filipino attracted to you for your money. Um, you didn't go to school together, guys. You don't go to church together. You don't uh, belong to the same Kiwanis club and all of that. You have nothing in common. See, that's the difference, Frank. Another difference is, Frank, is that these women are half our ages. Some of them are young enough to be our grandchildren. That's the big difference. And we think that they want our crusty old butts just because we're crusty. No, I hate to break the bad news to you, but it shouldn't bother you because eventually finance is going to come into the picture with any relationship. There's three reasons why people break up. And there's no order. I don't know the order, but it's sex, money, and a third party. The third party doesn't always mean having an affair. It means letting people in your business. Yeah, Frank, what woman doesn't want that? But over here, that's initially what they want. It's not like when I met my American wife, she said I was nice looking. Okay. They don't, they tell me that over here, but I know better now. And by the way, she had a good job and all of that. Let's see. Who is this? Beach of Life says, bring the D or stay at home. It's not the age gap, but the thigh gap you need to worry about. That's right. You better bring a little bit more than money. Yeah, he said ain't nothing wrong with that. That's right. I did a video, man. My woman, my girlfriend wants me for my money and a new life. I don't care because it's not about my girlfriend. See, we keep making about the Filipina. It's not about the Filipina. You know why? Because with her and her circle, it's about the Filipina. But with us in our circle, it's not about the Filipina. It's about us, man. Quit making it about the Filipina. She's already made it about her. You need to make it worry about you and what makes you happy. Mark Peters says, Happy New Year, Calvin. Any news on tours being allowed in the Philippines? Well, I can tell you this Gwyneth Chua, who's a returning Filipino from overseas, a big shot from over in America or wherever. She was staying in a Makati hotel. She had a connection, skipped quarantine, went to a party. Now she's affected 15 people with Omicron. I can tell you that's put it back. It's put it back, guys. Put the opening way back. It's going to make them more strict. Mark. T-Man 57 and Calvin, wish I was in the position you are in now, brother. Forget the haters and live your best life. Hey, thanks, brother. I wish it was just me, but really there's literally thousands upon thousands of men that live the way I live over here, but for some reason people get upset when I talk about the new life I found over here. I'm just one of thousands that have done it, not only here, but all over the world. 2021 has been a coming out party, man, for expats around the world, man. It's true. Yeah, Black Diamond said, yeah, they don't want to hear that. You're right, and that's just our egos, guys. But There's nothing wrong with it. As long as you're happy, stop worrying about what she wants. What do you want? First of all, you want the pussy, man. Go on and say it. Because the people over here know what you want. You and your man, I don't care, some of you guys are Jesus freaks. Some of you guys are dreamers, but the bottom line is you in denial. Even the little kids over here know why you here. I mean, that's just what it is, guys. So stop worrying about what she wants. Worry about what you want. Why you over here? What make you happy? Because that's the biggest advantage she got over us. She knows exactly what she wants. That's why she gets it. We over here piddling around, stammering over our words, being so cautious and hesitant. Man, you know what you want over here, or you want. It's not normal for a man to travel 8,000 miles to look for a wife. I'm going to tell you how it is. Hey, Eric Terry, what's going on? I mean, that's just so old news. At least, what you're going to pay is going to be a smidgen of what you would have to pay in America. Plus, I mean, I don't care how much money you got. A lot of times, you still ain't going to, guys like us still ain't going to get a good, young, sexy woman in America or in our home country. Yeah, there's that one. My Filipino wants me for my money and a new life. Can you put the one up there? What's the other one I told you to put up there? I forgot. My man is bad. Yeah, see, Roy Jones says a young Filipino was going to make me happy. Well, see, at least you being true to yourself. These guys don't want to say it. I'll say it for you. I know why you over here. Honestly, I didn't come over here for a woman. You know why I didn't? Not because I'm some exception to the rule. I didn't really know what was waiting over here. Once I found out what was over here when I came over here that first time, my whole focus is turned to women. It's different now, though, after being over here for on and off for 12 years. Now that hell, that's the least thing you got to worry about. But we spend most of our time worrying about women. I don't understand why. When you can put on a blindfold and bump into a woman over here. Hey, Orchid King, he said, Sir Calvin, glad I made it to the live stream. What's up? Happy New Year, brother. Before you get over here, guys, and to start the new year out, I'm going to put a checkup challenge out there for you guys. Because I know a lot of you haven't been to the doctor in years, man. Don't make the mistake many of us do. We end up at the doctor when it's too late. The prognosis is dire. He sends us home with condolences. And the next day, you got, the people that come over and give you drugs and make you hospice. You don't want that, guys. And you don't want to come over here and be a victim of one of these widow makers, man. Women over here, they're going to put it on you. Be in shape so you can enjoy it. Be healthy so you can enjoy it. Because that's going to happen. If nothing else happens, you're going to get the Filipino tune-up with a free oil change and lube job. Whether you ask for it or not, you're going to get that. Hey, Gary T. Happy New Year. He said, enjoyed your last vlog about making your dreams come true in the Philippines. What goals do you have for the new year? Well, because of the typhoon, Gary, I've decided I'm going to build 4 $1,000 houses up in the mountains where my son lives to replace the homes that were destroyed during the typhoon. I'm waiting to see if they're going to donate the labor because, I'm not going to, pay you to build your own house. Because everybody up there is a construction worker. The father's a retired master carpenter. The brother is a master carpenter. His house didn't get knocked down, by the way. But as far as a personal goal, right now, we're looking for just a small lot, maybe anywhere from 50 to 100 square meter lot. We're going to build a small, like a rest house near the beach. That's our next goal, because I like the beach. That's one of the reasons I'm still here. And, every time when the weather permits, we want to just go over there. Instead of, see, if we go to Sapaway Island now, we usually have to come back. And I don't like doing that. I like to go over there and stay a couple of days and then come back. But that's one of my personal goals. But my immediate goal is I'm going to replace those houses up there. Yeah, Beach of Life, it's reunited. That video with my son, put that up there, because I want people to see the structures they were living in. Because I know they're going to say, oh, $1,000, that's not a lot. Yes, a lot. We're going to give them some, a real house up there, hollow block, cement, with a real pitch roof, something that hopefully will withstand the next typhoon, because no house up there outside of the house that she built for herself and her brother built for his family is worth over $100. That's a fact. Yeah, this is, he says, Mark Peters says the government here in Australia, they're just letting the Omicron variant run free, as we have about 90. Yeah, and remember, you're in Australia. You're basically a first world country. They can't do that here. They don't have the healthcare infrastructure here, Mark, that they have in these other countries. Retired 2019 said, Calvin, the haters are probably guys who would never make it there. Yeah, they're miserable, man. And I just think, um, time is our most precious commodity, man. Most of us are 45 and older. We don't have time to be sitting around arguing, sitting around bashing people. Who would do that at this stage in your life? What point does that make? Willie Will One says, I think the only ones getting upset, brother, is the American women losing us to foreign women. No, they don't care. They don't care nothing about us, man. Even though I get hit over the head by my woke friends over there in America, and I've got a woke brother, man. He's about 70 years old. That I should have married a strong black woman. Well, I'm sorry, I was married to a strong black woman, whatever constitutes that, for 18 years. Look, I'm 58, running 59. I'm going to live the rest of my life as I want, with who I want, wherever I want, doing whatever I want. All you woke MFs, most of you are so woke, you spooked. I'm not listening to you. Here's a good question. Nonchalant Travel says, how long can Americans stay in the Philippines on a visa before we need to leave and return? How long do we need to stay gone to start all over? That's a good question. You get 36 months. They call it a long-term stay visa. You get in here on your passport. After 30 days, you have to apply to extend your visa, and you have to pay to extend every month, every 2 months, every 6 months, up to 36 months. And then you have to leave the country for 1 day, but make sure it's a complete day. Come back, start the process over again. The most liberal visa policy on the planet. I'll argue with anybody about that. I mean, it's really, unbelievable how liberal that is. Before the pandemic, there was no talk of these fancy, smancy visas and all that. I'll never get one because I don't need it. Hey, the Orchid King, thanks for that super chat. He says, say, Calvin, another female channel done a video on how Filipino women are, saying the local women don't like going downtown. You're right. Saying the local woman don't like going downtown. Well, I'm gonna tell you, they like it when they get with a foreigner. My son's mother, man, you know, y'all seen her on that video reuniting. She was beautiful, man. One of the most beautiful women I've ever had the pleasure of being with. Man, she became a freak, man. She was an undercover freak. All I did was just brought it out of her. See, um, and that's all she wanted to do was go downtown. I mean, she would blow me up, man, and then hell, 5 minutes later, want to blow me again. I'm like, hold on now, you know, come on, guys, that's crazy. Ray Sinclair says, instruction from Typhoon. I was going to build or buy my own pool villa bungalow, but now I think I'll just rent 1 or 2 years first and take other YouTubers' advice from Geo. Yeah, well, I said that a long time ago. I said, don't make any rash decisions. Wait at least a year uh, before making any type of decisions like that. Rent is so cheap over here, and it just depends on your situation. Nonchalant Travel said, thank you very much for the informative information. Yeah, you don't have to get this, Mark, this long-term stay visa. All you have to do is just keep extending. That's what they call it. It's called a long-term stay visa. You don't have to apply for it. It's not like a SRRV or 13A or 9A or anything like that. It just goes along with you coming over here. As long as you you have a passport from one of the countries, which is basically all of them, but make sure you go on their Bureau of Immigration website to make sure that your country is included on their reciprocity list of countries where your passport gets you in here for 30 days and then you're able to extend. As long as it's a non-immigrant, as long as you're a non-immigrant, you can stay for 36 months. Immigrants, I think, is 24 months. Hey, Vincent Hitton, Happy New Year, brother. I hope you off today. I mean, this guy works a lot, man. He's a great guy. He got his head on right. Like a lot of people on my channel do. You know, some of you guys are just unbelievably successful, man. I mean, you've done everything right. So don't come over here and fuck up. You've done everything right over there. Just because this little young, beautiful woman, man, look, you better stay in charge over here. You wear the pants over here. John Gomez said, damn. It's true. That's all she wanted to do. Beach of Life says, see Calvin's old girlfriend here. Click here. Yeah. Here's the link, guys. And I want you to look at the structures up there. They've all been destroyed. They're all staying in that main house. I'm just going to rebuild them. And you're going to say, well, why didn't you do that before the typhoon? Well, that's real simple. People have their dignity over here, man. You just can't show up one day and say, hey, you know, you living in a pitiful house. I'm going to rebuild it for you. Kick them out of their house and rebuild it. They've got dignity, man. You know, you don't want to do that anyway. So now the typhoon is giving me an excuse to do it. 4 houses, $1,000 each. That's $4,000. I can afford that. I'm gonna build one house at a time, but it's going to give them a peace of mind knowing that, hey, look, when this is done, yours is next. Yeah, King Lodi said, yeah, I need time to reload, but she didn't realize that, man. I mean, she used to beg me to do it. I've never had that happen, man. And if you go in there and you see how beautiful this woman was, man, and she still is. So whoever said they don't like going downtown, you went the wrong one. That's all that is. There's an undercover, you know, you've heard that expression, a lady in the street, a freak in the sheets. Man, trust me, that's the epitome of the Filipino, man. When you see her in the street, man, you're going to see her prim and trim and every hair is in place. You know, she's going to look stern and conservative. Hey, you get up behind them closed doors, man. You got the freak of the week. If you know the right buttons to push. because a lot of them have never had that button pushed before. They've never had that, uh, they've never had, the clit treatment. They never had it, man. But I guess this new generation of Filipino men, they're learning, you know, they're trying to keep up with us now. Hey, the Orchid King, thanks for that super chat. He said, blessings for the new wall rebuild. Hey, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. But yeah, that girl, see, that's the reason why I tell you that a lot of these Filipinos with these channels, man, they got great information. But they're not going to give you the nitty gritty. It's against their culture. You can't not go against what you believe. She's not going to tell you that they'll eat you up, man. Trust me. I promise you. See, look at Cliff. Cliff and Ruth said, now that's the nitty gritty. Because I'm telling the truth, Cliff. Yeah, Paul Smith, the freak of the week. Now, that's not from me. That's actually from Parliament Funkadelic. But yeah, that's what you got over here. Y'all don't realize it. And women, they look all conservative and stuff. Hey, World Beat 107 FM. He said, big up, sunshine. Respect, Navy homie. He said, know what that is. I can't get the Peanut girls to just leave me alone. Peanut is good women, very emotional, always with me. Yeah. If you meet the right Filipino, man, I'm going to tell you something. You can't find a better woman, man. She's so cooperative. Their disposition, guys, is so crazy. You would think that they would be depressed and all of that. No, man. Their zest for life, they keep a smile on their face, and it's a real smile. But yeah, but I'm gonna tell you, let me warn you. You open up that Pandora's box, man, you better be able to handle it, or she's gonna find somebody that can. Hey, John Franks, thanks for that super chat. He said for the rebuild. Hey, I appreciate it, man, because we're gonna do it. As soon as this weather gets better, because right now, I told you her family came over to the house for New Year's and festivities and everything, the reunion. Well, they went home yesterday to Toledo. Now they're stuck on the ferry. The water's too choppy. So they're staying on the ferry right now. They had to stay all night. But as soon as the weather comes, I'm going to go up there and show y'all the destruction and what I plan to do. We're going to build one house at a time, 4 $1,000 houses. We're going to give them some hope, man, a real house, hollow block, cement, a lot sturdier than what they've got, and allow them to hold on to their dignity. Because now, they're not going to be shy. They need it. They're all living in the main house right now. But yeah, you open up that Pandora's box, brother. You better be able to handle it, because I've been coming over here on and off for 12 years. I've been dealing with Filipinos for 12 years. Every single day, I've had to tune up. Anytime I ask for it, the oil change and the lube job, if you into that. Hey, Horace Love, he says, can you talk about wheelchair user life? Myself, who is moving to the Philippines. Since I started coming over here in 2009, the wheelchair accessibility over here has come a long way. Most of the malls and places like that are going to be wheelchair accessible. Now, public transportation, that's another story. But what I can tell you is this: you're not going to have a problem getting on the bus, because Filipinos, they will literally lift you up and put you on the bus. But as far as public transportation, like in Louisville, Kentucky, the bus will lower down, and the bus driver will get off and he lets the ramp out. He'll push you up there, and the seats fold down to make room for the wheelchair, and he'll strap you in. None of that's happening over here yet. But as far as you getting in the hotels and malls and all of that, yeah, that's happening over here. But as far as public transportation and stuff like that, no, but they'll help you. I promise you they will. Hey, Bryce Wetzel, thanks for that super chat. He said, thanks for being true to yourself and true to all of us on your channel. Can't wait to get to the Philippines. I'm 69 years young. Yeah. Um, thank you, Bryce. And a guy asked me, he said, man, I watched that video. I saw your son's mother, man. She was beautiful. He said, what's the odds of a fit 60-year-old getting someone like her over here? I mean, the odds are great. Most of the women that you're going to meet over here and that you're meeting online, that's what they look like. See, um, you're not going to have a problem. Listen, again, I'm going to tell you something. Stop focusing so much on women. That's the least you got to worry about when you get here. Filipinos, they're approachable, they're nice, they're friendly, man, and they're smart. They know a life with you is so much better than a life by themselves, man. They know what you got to offer. They already know. They're going to be attracted to you like a moth to a flame. There's no sense in you making a big deal out of it. I know it's shocking when you see these women over here. They're exotic, they're young, they're sexy, and then our self-esteem is low. When we still afraid to approach beautiful women. But over here, you don't have to do it. Just say hello. I promise you. Look, I was at the mall um, the day before New Year's Eve with my girlfriend, by the way. And I spoke to this young lady, man. She was nice looking, carrying a baby, man. And oh, man, she didn't hold back. She said hello and looked me up and down, smiling, and kept going. You know, I mean, if I was single, I mean, that's what's going to happen. Maurice Jones Holmes said, Cal, do you have to have a visa to get in the Philippines? Right now, you do because it's closed to tourists. But under normal circumstances, no, all you have to do is have a valid passport with at least 6 months remaining before it expires. That's all you need. And that's good for 30 days, by the way. But if you plan on staying, guys, for longer than 30 days, don't wait until the 30th day to show up at immigration. They may turn you away. I usually go about a week or 2 weeks before my visa is due to expire. You know, it gives you the peace of mind. Yeah, this is good information, Mike. He said, Horse, love, you will find better construction and pathways for wheelchair in the highly metro areas and upscale areas. Yeah. But even here in San Carlos City, though, if you go to City Mall, the two small malls we have here, City Mall and um, Gesano Mall, they're wheelchair accessible. McDonald's, wheelchair accessible. Jollibee, wheelchair accessible. Um, Mawani Hotel, which is right behind me over here, wheelchair accessible. They've come a long way with that over here now. This is true. By the way, Stephen Perry, he said Pornhub statistics say that the Philippines are #1 visitors to Pornhub, and they have the most women viewers worldwide. 52% Philippine women and 49% Philippine men. #1 in the world. USA is ninth. And I'm going to second that, brother. I'm going to tell you that my son's mother, here's what she used to do. She used to go on there so she would learn how to give head better. It's just a fact. I'm not making this up. Hey, John Franks, thank you for the super chat. He says, Calvin, I'm 57 and I'm swimming 4 hours a day. I may go out that way, but it won't be today. Also, could you talk about having solar generators there? I'm looking at them here. I don't know a whole lot about solar generators here, but generators are big here. And of course, with all these power outages, with all these typhoons in certain areas, they've gotten expensive and they're hard to find. They don't have any in stock here right now. but it's not something you're going to have trouble getting. Solar has become more and more prevalent over here in the Philippines, by the way. So you're not going to have any problems over here. Right around from me, and I didn't know this until the tricycle driver took the wrong road. Right next to my house, you're going to see two roads. The one to my, if I'm looking at my house to my left, he came down that road, and there's a house there that's fully equipped with solar. And me and my girlfriend, we're going to go over there and talk to them and find out who their supplier was, because I want solar here. From what I was told, the Philippines, this is one of my subscribers told me. He said, with the longitude and latitude, this is the best place in the world to have solar. And I believe him. The sun's out every day. Even if it's raining right now, eventually the sun's going to come out. Hey, you dirty puppy. Thanks for the super chat. He said, Calvin, I just had a Filipino friend from Sapawe asked me to find a AFAM chatmate for her two friends. Wow. I had no idea what that meant. I suggested they watch your channel and participate in a chat. When they told me the meaning. What does that mean? AFAM chatmate. A foreign, African American chatmate. That's what that means. AFAM chatmate for her two friends. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, there's plenty of them on here. And, that answers the question that people ask me all the time. Are Filipinos into black men? Yeah, Filipinos, they are. They're not shallow like that, guys. They're going to look at your character and in your bank account first. I don't care if you were purple. Can you provide the Holy Trilogy? The visa, the better life and a lifetime of opportunities. That's really all they're looking for. But yeah, they don't have a problem with that. Hey, Mayanu 007, he said, come on, guys, hit the like. You know it helps Calvin a lot. Thank you, brother. Hey, Jason Flint. That's Bobby G. How you feeling, Bobby? Hey, Vic, Iskandari Television just sent me he knows I can't read it because I'm on my live stream. Hey, Papa Kiko, thank you for that super chat. He said, great work, Calvin. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. If you're talking about the houses I plan to build up there, man, I'm gonna tell you something now. I've dealt with 3 families over here. And his family, even though they're bashful and they're shy, I'm always welcome there. They really treat me like family. Okay. Now, my family down in Zamboanga, they're different. It's different. They really don't. I'm no longer welcome there, really. The mother, but she's got a brother in the military. He's real ignorant right now. He doesn't know. I mean, I would whoop him, if it all came to it. But, I don't have a gun. He does. But it's not that serious, But anyway, they treat me like family. And it's something I want to do. And now I have the excuse to do it. And I'm going to build those 4 houses up there. I was shocked today. I almost forgot this. On my wall construction I'm doing, y'all guys know about my wall construction. I woke up this morning, made my coffee and everything, getting ready for my live chat. And I heard some people beating around outside. I'm like, well, who the hell is that? The crew's out there working on the wall today. I'm shocked. But it's only because of her brothers, man. That's the only reason. Otherwise, they wouldn't have worked today. Yeah, it's the only reason, guys. Hey, George says, have a great 2022. I just got a feeling, man, it's really going to be a great year. I think the world's going to reopen from this COVID. We're going to learn more about the COVID. um, and put it in its rightful place. Because a lot of it has a lot to do with fear and just the fact that we really don't know a lot about it. You know, people always compare it to the flu, but they don't realize, hell, we got over 100 years of knowledge with the flu. We can't just let the COVID run wild because it's like the flu. We only let the flu run wild because we know about as much about the flu as we're gonna know. It's that simple, you know. So until we know as much as we can know about the COVID, they're gonna be cautious, man. You know, and just have some patience, guys. Hey, Michael Onstad, he said, thanks for the super chat. He said, Happy New Year, Calvin. Thank you, brother. And look, anybody that wants to know, and this is not an endorsement, guys. He's a fellow insurance man, and that's what we do. But he's the guy who you want to talk to about health insurance over here. I think he lives here, as a matter of fact. He's got 32 years. He knows the insurance that are accepted over here. And that's very important. You don't want to go out and buy a fancy policy and they don't accept it. Because I'm 100% retired. I mean, period. I mean, if you're a friend of mine and you ask me uh, what I thought about a certain policy or something like that, I would answer it. But no, um, I'm not going to be writing policies and all that. Hey, Rudy, Happy New Year, brother, by the way. And he said, Calvin, he made it on the plane finally. And what Rudy's talking about, he says, thank God. His son's coming back from from the 48s. And the plane had some difficulty getting into Hawaii because of the weather. And when finally he arrived in Hawaii, he only had 2 minutes to make the plane from Hawaii to Guam. So that's good, Rudy. And I tell you, man, I get nervous when they when they do them flyovers and fly arounds, they can't land. I'm gonna tell you, man, I get nervous, man, when it comes to that. Hey, David Lingham, he says, have a great New Year 2022, Calvin. Keep up the great work, my brother. Thank you. And I hate that. And they do that a lot here when it starts raining and you thinking you getting ready to go into land and then they swoop back around. And a lot of accidents happen when that goes on. One of the deadliest airplane crashes in the Philippines happened like that. They were set to land, but it was an airplane still on the runway, so they had to circle around. I think it was, if my memory serves me correct, it was going into Davao, and the plane was still on the just sitting there on the. He was on the wrong runway, so they had to go back around again. They didn't make it. Killed everybody on board. Hey, Iskandari TV, thanks for that super chat. He said, Happy New Year, everyone. Glad to catch the live. Just waking up. He said, it's been a long holiday hosting all these parties. Yeah. I did a video. It's called Do Filipinos Like to Party? Because they think it's boring over here. It's not. Man, there's so many holidays, festivals. One of the biggest festivals in the world is coming up this month, by the way. And I'm going just because I've got a channel. It's called Sunulu in Cebu. It's one of the biggest religious festivals on the planet. It's off the chain, man. I'm just going just because I've got a channel now and I want to show y'all the Sunulu. I've been there twice, man. The first time I got swept up in, I mean, it's millions and millions of people. And I don't like a lot of crowds, but I went there with my son's mother. She wanted to go, and she's from Cebu, but she never was able to go. So I took her and we got separated. I mean, so many people, you get in the crowd, you move with the crowd. When I looked up, I was back at the pier. But it's a lot of pomp and circumstance, and it's really, really nice. Bruce Teo7 says, hey, Calvin, just wondering if they watch football over there. Only the expats. Football over here is soccer. But I've got Iskandari TV now, who was just on here. His app allows me, I get live. I watch all the college games, bowl games, pro games. I can. But they watch soccer over here. But basketball is the big deal here. Do they watch basketball? Absolutely. They watch basketball. And they get up early in the morning to watch it. Or they stay up late at night to watch it. Kobe Bryant was like a god over here. I was here in 2010 when he came here on that Nike tour. I mean, really, he was like a Pied Piper here. I don't think anybody in Asia, you know, they talk about the GOAT, Michael Jordan, LeBron James. Nobody was or is as popular in Asia than Kobe Bryant. I promise you. Some guy actually asked me if I knew Kobe Bryant, by the way. He was a taxi cab driver, and he was dead serious. And I was messing with him. I'm like, sure, I know Kobe Bryant. Of course I don't, you know. But yeah, you'll get questions like that. He said the Sunulu Santa Nino Festival is an annual cultural and religious festival held on the third Sunday of January in Cebu City. It's a great festival, guys. If you're here during that time, you got to see it. It's just a sight to see, period. I mean, you know, the dancing, the parades, all of the floats. I mean, really, the food. You're going to get the real Cebuano culture. And it's like the Mardi Gras on steroids, though, because they don't play with those festivals and stuff over here. Believe it or not. But anybody's new on here, I believe the opening of Philippines has been set back a few months. They had this big shot Filipina returning from abroad, I think America, Gwyneth Chua, staying at a Makati hotel, and she paid her connections to skip quarantine to attend a party. Excuse me. Well, she had the COVID, Omicron. She affected 15 people. John Gomez said he hopes nobody dies from her foolishness. And that's true, guys. But you can take the women out of the Philippines, but you can't take the Philippines out of the women. And that's this case. She's bragging about the connections that she had that allowed her to skip quarantine. You can't play with this over here, man. You know, it's just, you know, Iskandari said the hotel is being sued now for that. Yeah. And it's going to make, the authorities here become even more strict. See, they already pushed Manila and the NCR area back to alert 3. The rest of the country is on alert 2, meaning less businesses are open, meaning less people are back to work. Yeah, I'm pretty sure something's going to happen serious to her. They can really track it to her. He says, Maxima says, I wonder if she will be a persona non grata and deported from the Philippines, because I think she is only a U.S. citizen. And it's funny that you even bring up that persona non grata, because I was going to talk about that. Over here, you know, if you won't think the Philippines is different over here, it is. They will put that persona non grata label on you, whether you're local or foreigner, and you can be barred from certain cities, provinces, even the country. And they'll do that. So come over here and get drunk and ignorant and start disrespecting the people and the culture, if they don't deport you, you know, that's just as worse. That persona non grata. But I think you're right about that. Yeah, I believe this, Bob, because over here it's such a stigma, first of all, that people won't get tested. They're afraid it'll come up positive. But second, they can't afford it. Okay. The locals can't afford it. R68 DVR. No, that's what they do in Manila. That's around Holy Week that they reenact the crucifixion march, where they have the black Jesus and all of that. That's somewhere around, Holy Week. I think that's the last week in March, depending on when Easter is. Easter moves around, but it's during that Easter week. That's when they do that. And they do that in Manila. And usually people are trampled to death every year when they do that. Because there's millions upon millions of people, and they're trying to touch just the remnant that's around the statue. And yeah, you have to see that. Yeah, money talks. You're right. But quarantine, though, that's something else. Because I'm gonna tell you something, man. They're strict on the quarantine over here. How she was able to get around that, she paid some people. But they said that the Philippine National Police are investigating now. If it comes back to she skipped quarantine, man, that should be criminal, really. I mean, you know, I don't care what you think about the COVID. I respect it. Millions of people around the world have died from it. So, and right now we don't know enough about it just to let it run rampant like we do the flu, guys. Let's don't argue about that. We got 100 years of knowledge with this flu. We know everything is going to happen with the flu. And even though it kills more people, just as many people as COVID, we know exactly what's going to happen with it. We don't know exactly what's going to happen with COVID. It's too early. Hey, Callie T, thanks for that super chat. He said, Happy New Year's, brother. Glad you're doing all you can to help out in the PI. I'm paying it forward, Callie T. I'm doing what somebody did for me when I was on the street of Louisville, Kentucky, struggling big and homeless. And it wasn't how I was raised, by the way. That was self-imposed. I did that because my mother told us a long time ago, like she had a crystal ball, exactly what would happen to us if we used drugs, if we drank. Was she so smart? No, it was all in our family. She didn't have to be smart. Most of the men on her side of the family, they died before they were 40 from drinking. So yeah, when I decided to break the cycle, which is what I did, I'm one of the few men in my family who don't drink or use drugs. People came out of the woodwork to help me. And, I hope I never forget that. Strangers, by the way. Hollywood Baby says, I have COVID-19 Omicron right now, Calvin. Thank God that my only issue is having a stuffy nose and sore throat. Yeah. And that makes a lot of sense, Hollywood Baby. But as my favorite fireman in all the world, especially in Atlanta, you've got great insurance too. And but yeah, it's not really, I'm so glad you're not sick. We just don't know enough about it to just let it go like we do the flu and all that other stuff. Yeah, she's a Philippine citizen. He says she's a Balikbayan, yeah, a returning Filipino from overseas. He says, but the news says she's a U.S. citizen without mentioning if she's also a Philippine citizen. Well, she probably is. I know that my son's mother kept her Philippine passport because I think when you become a U.S. citizen, you're supposed to get rid of. They're supposed to take that, right? John Franks, thanks for that super chat. He said, I'll send you the book, The Real Anthony Fossey. We all need to read that before we condemn anyone out of fear. It's a code. Okay, John, I get you on that. I'm not going to argue with you on that. It is. But we don't know enough about it yet, John. Like we do the code and all of that other stuff. It's new. I mean, I don't want to discuss that stuff on here, guys, because, you know, you're disrespecting the families of the people who died and stuff like that. We don't know enough about it. Hey, Dana Middleton, Happy New Year. Now that I found a spot, see over here, if I'm at my house, I don't have a signal. But here I've got a signal. I'm going to start my live streams back until my internet is back on. So that means Tuesday, I'll have my panel. So if anybody wants to join the panel, let me know beforehand and we'll get you on. I love the John said, I've seen the Good Friday processions there before. Amazing to see. Yeah, it's a whole lot of festivals here, fiestas, holidays, birthdays. Nobody does Christmas like the Philippines. You're talking about they start Christmas in September. I mean, if you like to party, this is a place to party. I mean, I just, you know, wait, I done messed up some kind of way. Okay. Bill Ellis said, I enjoy Gilby's vodka in Thailand. That's $17 a liter. A liter in the Philippines, it costs about $2.50. Yeah. But one thing is it real though? See, a lot, you know, when I first started coming over here, one of the knocks about the liquor over here in the Philippines, they saying, is it the original stuff or is it watered down? You know, like they do in the bars. You know, they'll water it down to get more money. But yeah, I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna have my panel on Tuesday. So if anybody wants to join that panel, let me know. But I'm on my data. So I probably got about 12 more minutes left, guys, before I shut off. And I want to shut off on my own, because if this shuts me off, it's going to keep running. And I don't want that. But yeah, I just want to take a minute to thank everybody for your kindness, your generosity, and your support of Sunshine Shoulders over the last year. It was a coming out party for me, really. I want to keep it going for 2022. We're going to help more people going forward. Thank you for all your super chats, your super stickers, your thumbs up. You know, we went over 25,000 subscribers. I mean, that's unbelievable to me. Let's see. You Dirty Puppy says that John Wells, I just hired a nice young gentleman in San Carlos City to teach my 17-year-old daughter how to walk in high heels for an upcoming beauty contest. Yeah, it's crazy. What is he talking about? Mad Ma. What are you saying? Isn't there unlimited carrier in the Philippines? Just curious. What are you talking about? Well, see, what happened is the plan I've got right now, the data that I've got, I don't have a home plan. This is a load that I put on my phone. We've got unlimited at my house, but it's not on. The typhoon destroyed it. We're waiting for them to reconnect it. But yeah, we have unlimited data. But I'm on my phone. This is a paid load that I purchased. A little bit different. Dana Milton says, I'll join your panel on Tuesday. Okay. I'm going to send you the link again. I've sent you the link, I promise you, 4 times. And I don't know why you're not getting it. Okay, I love the challenge. Says, okay, Calvin, glad I could catch your live stream in between the hamster wheel runs. That's crazy. I don't want to block him. I don't know what happened here. Shh. What's going on? Stupid. Oh, there. I'm back. I hit something, man, because I'm on my phone. He said, okay, Calvin, glad I could catch your live stream between hamster run wheels. Okay, John Wells, it was not cheap. By the way, sir, my daughter's viral TikTok now has 5 million views. Wow, and it's viral with the walk she's trying to perfect. Wow, that's crazy. That's a lot of views. Everybody's trying to do that over here, by the way, to get that viral, that's they're, trying to strike it rich. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok now. But yeah, if anybody wants to know, the rate right now is the peso to dollar is 50.9995. You might as well say 51. Maurice Holmes says, Cal, do you have the live stream every Saturday at 8 here in America? I do. I have, here's my schedule. This is Philippine time though. Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then me and John do our show on Friday. It's always at 9:30 Philippine time, which is GMT time. So you have to see how that coincides with if you're on the West Coast, East Coast, Central time, Australia, whatever that is. But yeah, we can finally get back to doing that again. Jeff Egg, I guess. Jeff Egg says, how close am I to Bacala? I'm about 2 hours away. I like Bacala, by the way. Nonchalant Travel says, have a great year, my brother, and we'll be looking forward to more of these educational nitty gritty essence. Hey, thank you, man. Okay, David says our exchange rate, everything is kind of up right now, 35.4 at the moment. Fred Smith, he says, solid live stream, Cal. You're getting better and better at this. Going inside the casino onto the strip here in Vegas. Wow. Be careful in there, man. They don't build all them casinos for nothing. But yeah, thank you, Fred. That's a compliment coming from you, Fred, because I tell you, you're one of my worst critics. Hey, John 924 at Grumpy Dude Bryant, the U.S. no longer requires you to give up your original citizenship. Oh, okay. Yeah, I won't be giving up my citizenship anytime soon, ever. And Jacob Tanjay said, Fred Smith, try to hit Fremont Street off the strip before you leave. We stayed there in 2006 at the Paris, and we were on the 23rd floor. And hell, I lost all my money the first day. I had to call back home to have them wire me some money. Yeah, I lost all my money the first day. I ended up getting back. But you never get your money back. Hey, Dana, he said, Calvin, you a great ambassador to the Philippines. Hey, thanks, man. I'm just trying to give guys, some boots on the ground knowledge of what's really over here, man. Real life is better than fantasy over here. And it's just too much sugary stuff on YouTube about the Philippines. There's sugary stuff, yeah, but there's also real life stuff. And I would take the real life over the sugary stuff because it makes it seem so unreal. But if you got somebody like me, just a regular Joe over here telling you, they say, hey, look, man, you don't have to worry about women. Just come over here, respect the people, respect the culture. You're going to have the time of your life. The cost of living is low here. You know, a lot of the baggage I was carrying around in America, I don't have anymore. Oh, okay. He said at the Sunshine Crew, Fremont Street is off the chain. It's like 6th Street on steroids. John Wells said, my life is a fantasy here too. It is, guys. You know, it is. To be honest with you, my road trip adventures. He says, hello, Calvin. Happy New Year. I really enjoy your channel. Do you plan on having any more beauty contests? I thought it was really fun to watch. I am, as a matter of fact. I'm going to have another one. I'm trying to get this dating game started. I see where they say one of the vloggers up in Luzon is trying to steal my idea, but okay, if he gets it started before I do, that's fine. I'm just trying to help you guys. But yeah, somebody told me, said, hey, you know, that black vlogger up in Luzon, he's going to do that dating game that you were talking about. He said, maybe you shouldn't tell us, put your ideas out there till you do it. But I don't care. I think it's I'm flattered really when they do stuff like that. Moochie T said the U.S. allows dual citizenship. However, if your birth country does not allow dual citizenship, then you would have to give up that passport legally. Yeah, and that's what happens. You know, a lot of Filipinos, they say that they don't want to renounce their country, okay? And they don't realize that you're not really renouncing it in that way to become a U.S. citizen. But that's the definition. That's the rules. Jason Kincaid said, make your vision as clear as you need it to be, Calvin. 4 houses at $1,000 each by June 2022. Tell us the amounts for each product. Example, each cement block is 33 cents. We need 800 this project. Okay. We're going to build 4 $1,000 homes. It's going to be long before. We're going to do this by March. We should be able to do that by March the 1st, 2022. Each house, the budget is going to be 50,000 pesos. That's 1,000 US dollars. That should be more than enough because hollow blocks here are 14 cent each. But you have to understand, I don't know how many hollow blocks are going to need, the 10 and all of that, bags of cement to do each house. When I go up there, Jason, I'm going to have more information when I talk to the father and the brother. They're both master carpenters. And, you know, we're going to lay everything out because up there they don't use schematics and stuff like that. They go by the hollow blocks. But trust me, when you go and you watch that reunited video where I go up there and visit my son for the first time in 2 years, you're going to see that those structures up there, not one of them costs more than $100. $1,000 is a lot up there, and we're going to give them a nice place to live. It's just that simple. So that's $4,000. Either way you look at it, it's very affordable, and it's something I'm going to do because everybody's living in that main house. But yeah, I know what you're saying, man, and thank you because you know, when you're talking about goals, yeah, and being definite about your goals, I know how important that is. He said, I love to help as well. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey guys, but I'm gonna have to get off here. Thank you so much. Happy New Year again. My data's running low, my battery's running low. I'll see y'all Tuesday if if the creek don't rise over here. We're gonna have the panel. Right now I've got one guy, Dana Middleton. He owns a travel agency. I would love to have you, Dana, because you can answer so many questions that a lot of my viewers have about getting over here and stuff like that. So thank you for your super chats, your thumbs up, your super stickers, all your support, guys. I promise you, I never take that for granted. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free. I'll see you next time.